she said she took the Marie Kondo approach. She kind of took a step back and was like, is this bringing me joy?
Yeah.
Like, is this really going where I want it to go? And she said pandemic allowed her that reflection to identify what truly mattered to her. And then she said she stumbled upon the Bookstagram thing kind of by accident.
Yeah.
And now it's shifting to become a major part of her life.
Welcome to the Be It Till You See It podcast, where we talk about taking messy action, knowing that perfect is boring. I'm Lesley Logan, Pilates instructor and fitness business coach. I've trained thousands of people around the world, and the number one thing I see stopping people from achieving anything is self-doubt. My friends, action brings clarity, and it's the antidote to fear. Each week, my guests will bring bold, executable, intrinsic, and targeted steps that you can use to put yourself first and be it till you see it. It's a practice, not a perfect. Let's get started.
Welcome back to the Be It Till You See It interview recap, where my co-host in life, Brad, and I are going to dig into the gratifying convo I had with Clare Solly in our last episode. If you haven't yet listened to that interview, feel free to pause this now and go back and join that one, and then come back and join this one. You also can go to episode 19 and 20 and really get to know Clare.
Yeah.
And then we also had her on as a recap host because Brad got stuck in Cambodia.
I did.
So
it's true.
So Clare has been a fan favorite. Today is May 2nd and it's World Password Day. Brad.
It is World Password Day. First off, I just wanted to say that this episode with Clare was super fun. And Clare, this is for you. I'm really impressed by your Be It action item. You're amazing. Okay, today is World Password Day, May 2nd. About this day, are you still using your cat's name followed by an ampersand for your 401k account password? Sorry, but that is not enough to protect your life savings in 2024. Here's a term you need to know on World Password Day. Hashtag layer up. This refers to adding strong authentication to your important passwords to prevent identity theft and other cyber crimes. Intel created World Password Day. Thank you, Intel. The first Thursday of May 2nd, to address the critical need for solid passwords. It's simple, really, ironically. Most operating systems offer an easy way to create and store passwords, such as Apple's Keychain Access, right? Safari uses that, all that kind of stuff. If you use cross-device, like cross-manufacturer, so if you've got a Google phone and an Apple device, you can use other password storage platforms like we use one called LastPass. It's really convenient. They
don't sponsor the show, guys. I'm so sorry.
They don't sponsor the show. I wish they did. But yeah, it allows me to put the same password. Like I have the same password tool on both of my devices, so my phone and my laptop. And if I sign up for something on my laptop, I can easily log into it on my phone. And it allows you to make like complex passwords, like crazy complex passwords. And you never actually have to remember them because you're only logging into one platform. And then your passwords are saved in there. And they're super hardcore about, security and stuff. So good things. You should definitely not get hacked. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
All right. Upcoming events and travel. It's May. We're doing a little bit of travel, but nothing that you can join us on. Oh, I guess there's Get Published Live you could do. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that is.
We're going to be speaking at an event down in Arizona, Get Published Live with James Patrick. And you can, getpublishedlive.com.
Yes, and use code Logan20.
Yeah, Logan20 to get 20% off if you want to join us down there. That'll be super fun. It's an event about literally getting published. Yeah. And there's some panels. We're speaking on a panel. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, you'll be in front of all these people. That's really great. Okay, then we come back and it's OPC Summer Camp, and y'all, this is virtual.
In June.
First weekend of June, and if you can't join us live, you'll want to still buy things on the early bird because you get the access to them for life. And we will have 7 classes and workshops a day for 2 days. That's 14 events.
Yep.
And you'll be able to buy a la carte or you'll be able to buy a whole day pass, which is really exciting. You want to go to opc.me/events to get on the wait list for that, because those on the wait list will get the early bird. Now, here's the deal. We were recording this a little bit early, and by now early bird should have happened. That being said, we'll still email you, but it might just be the regular public early bird, which is still a great price.
Well,
But
the best deal is the day pass.
yes.
There's hands down. There's no
Yes.
question about it. So
Yes.
pick up a day pass. You'll get everything for the day. And that's going to be, that's going to be some great stuff. I'm really fired up. We've got a bunch of guest teachers. It's going to be a lot of fun. And y'all, here's the deal. We're trying to make this a thing. We did it last summer. We're doing it this summer, and we're going to do it again. Like as long as we can plan ahead here, we're thinking we're going to do a summer camp every year.
And there's different teachers, different instructors, different topics. I'm really excited. Some of these topics include, we have pre-postnatal workouts as a workshop. And I learned so much I didn't even expect to learn. It was so great. I've learned it because we already got to work with the instructor on it. I'm teaching a ladder barrel workout.
Yeah.
Literally 50 minutes on your ladder barrel. Get ready. Gonna be great.
I'm teaching a REM cycle sleep class.
Not at all. But all your OPC teachers are teaching something. And then we have guest teachers as well. So I'm really excited. So opc.me/events to get more information on that. Then the summer tour is around the corner. It's going to be in August. We are locking in, as Brad and I record this, we're locking in the cities for that and also sponsors for that. So if you know people who want to sponsor the tour, please reach out to us. But really, really, really excited that we'll already have summer and winter tour cities picked in the
by the end of April.
Yeah, by the end of April. So by the time you hear
we're
this,
looking at like a tentative potential route that we're going to go on here for the summer tour. Is going to take us from Vegas up through like to the northern Midwest. So we're trying to get up in through Iowa, up into Minnesota, hopefully, and then over into Wisconsin, and then down Chicago. We think we'll probably go as far east as like Ohio, but no further east for the summer tour. Then we're going to scoop back around through the middle of the country and come along Route 70. So we're pretty sure we're going to be like Indianapolis, then St. Louis, Kansas City, et cetera, on the way home. If you're going to be anywhere within a couple hours drive, come hang out with us. The actual dates and all the things will be releasing. At this point, hopefully they're released, to be honest. So, but then the winter tour, we're going to shift it here, and we're going to start in the South, and we're going to go along through Oklahoma, Tennessee, North Carolina, and then we're going to go up the coast and then back down the coast and scoop back along Texas and stuff.
It's going to be the longest tour we've ever done.
Yeah, geez. The winter tour this year could turn into like 8,000 miles.
Yeah. So anyways, we'll announce all those things soon, but just be waiting for us on that.
Yeah, get on the wait list. Go to opc.me/events. By the way, for all of you who are wondering what wait lists to get on, we're consolidating the wait lists here, trying to keep everybody's life a little easier.
As we say that, I'm going to change the wait list up right now. So the Cambodia...
Yeah, we're about to change this wait list.
So the early bird for Cambodia might still be going on when this comes out.
Yeah, actually it'll be...
right in the middle of it.
It'll be closing the end of May.
Yeah. So if you go to leslielogan.co/retreats, you will be getting the Cambodia retreat early bird. That's going on right now.
Only waitlist people will know about the dates. So go to leslielogan.co/retreats. That's plural.
And that one is only about Cambodia. You only hear updates about Cambodia.
Correct.
And then barrels, because we just got back from LA shooting the deck. We did a whole photo shoot for the deck. It
was super awesome, y'all.
Oh my God. It was, hence why I keep yawning, you guys. I did 5 hours of Pilates. Like, my body is so tired, but
yeah,
it was
literally yesterday. It was the day that we did the eclipse too.
Yeah, we saw the eclipse. Then we discovered we didn't have one of the pieces that we needed to have.
Oops.
So we had to Uber it.
Brad's fired.
Brad is not getting hired for that job ever again. And the next time he's like, yes, Leslie, I packed it. I'm like, well, just remember we had Uber something.
Yeah.
So I'm going to forever
lord this over me.
Forever double check you. Forever.
Great.
But barrels, flashcards, that pre-sale is going to happen in the next few weeks. So you do need to be on the wait list at opc.me/flashcard waitlist.
opc.me/flashcard waitlist. That's singular.
Yeah. So both words, because only the people on the wait list are going to get the pre-sale price.
And that is a big deal.
And we do have a couple retailers in, we have someone in Australia and we have someone in Canada. Now here's the deal, you guys. They basically take on the entire shipping cost.
Yeah.
So you have reasonable shipping, but they are not honoring pre-sale prices.
Yeah, it's just not really feasible.
It's not feasible for them to do that and also cover all the shipping. So you can either pay a fuck ton of shipping on your own and get pre-sale price, or you can tell them that you want a deck from them. And so that's going to be Claire R. Pilates Nerd Down Under, and then Melissa Nagai is B. Pilates in Canada.
Yeah.
Okay, before we get into Claire, we have an audience question.
We sure do. This is from
Caroline.
And she is asking, hello, I'm looking for advice for the best home studio. Please keep in mind that it is small and has low ceilings, and I already have these things. I have one 80-inch reformer, one baby chair, one Wanda chair, one pedipole, one foot corrector, two toe correctors, two small barrels, two spine correctors, and I want to buy a Cadillac. Next, I have space for one more piece of equipment. What would you choose from the following? A high chair. Ceiling height is low. Can stand on caddy, but not sure about the high chair. Would you choose the Wanda chair, offer duets, or would you choose a ladder barrel, which I think it takes up a lot of room?
Girl, I got 2 ladder barrels in one room.
She does.
So what I would say, first of all, this is a full studio as it is. And
Yeah, if you have a small space, I'm impressed. You're like playing Tetris here.
Yeah, well, probably using the wall like we do for the barrels and stuff. But
Sure.
But I would just personally say, like, get the caddy, and if you do have room for something else, I would actually get the ladder barrel, just because the high chair, there's one exercise you can do it. There's like literally 2. It's the press ups front and press ups back. So one exercise that you can't do on a Wanda chair. Everything else you could do on the Wanda chair. So like, to me, if you had more space and you already had a ladder barrel, then I would say get the high chair. But that's not the case here. So I'm going to say no on that, because you'll have a Cadillac to do the pull up stuff. That's going to get you that shape that you're looking for. And then as far as getting another Wanda chair, I also wouldn't, because you have enough equipment here that you could have one person on a reformer and one person on a Cadillac,
Yes.
one person on the chair. You could have 3 or 4 people, I'm just going to say. But like, I don't actually think that's going to be the best part of worth your money, because the ladder barrel is actually quite unique. And as we mentioned at the top of this, I'm doing a 50-minute workout on it. So there's a lot you can do on it. And while it can take up a lot of space, it also can just be shoved in a corner. Like, it's really, there's a lot of amazing tools that you can use, or stretches you can do on it. There's things that are great for beginners.
It's really awesome for your back.
Also, people learning Swan on a ladder barrel, it's so much better than on a reformer. And so I would just say, get the ladder barrel. And I don't believe it takes up that much room. So that is my vote. If you want to use my Contrology link for any of the things you're buying, feel free to look up our perks page.
Go to opc.me/perks.
Perks.
Oh, yeah. Great question.
We're
Thanks for
adding
writing
more
that in.
perks to that, because I've just interviewed 2 companies who have great things, and I'll be sharing with you on my socials what those are, and we'll add them to the perks. But I am super excited. People are really excited to get me off my current collagen and onto their collagen. So that's just a hint on one of those.
Nice.
And then we got coffee coming.
Oh, yeah. We got coffee coming, y'all.
Yeah,
I'm
so
excited about that.
Stay tuned.
It tastes good. I've been drinking it. Okay, now let's talk about Clare Solly. Clare is an executive assistant in New York City, known for her work as an actress, producer, singer, and founder of 2 theater companies. She has gained more than 11,000 Bookstagram followers in the last 6 months and is a published author of 3 novels. What fills her cup, aside from reading, includes promoting books and authors and following people with similar interests. Clare is impressive.
I know. She's so good at everything that she does.
Yeah.
She's like really, really quite amazing at it. And I am I'm so impressed with all the things that she's able to balance at one time. But one of the things that I loved, want to highlight about her, is she said, "I'm a storyteller first. That's the gift that I give to myself in this world." I think it's also the gift you give to other people, Claire. But I think the world needs storytellers. And when we first had her on, she was like helping people get their books published and things like that. But really that turned into people just wanting help with the marketing. And that's not the side of it that she really enjoyed. And she ended up like just being a storyteller, having this like incredible following on a Bookstagram in such a short period of time.
So if y'all don't have any idea what a Bookstagram is, like I didn't.
I know. We know 2 Bookstagrammers.
Okay. So it's Instagram. But there's a hashtag Bookstagram. It's like a niche of Instagram, right?
Yeah.
So what this means, it's a cult following. It's a community of people. It's a great way to discover new books and whatnot. They're very communicative, in this channel. as it were.
Well, it's like, and it's a hashtag that they all use, and then you can find the bookstagrammer that like kind of suits your needs if you're in fiction or nonfiction. We have, did we already recap Nick Hutchison, or is he coming out? We haven't done his yet. I just interviewed Nick.
Not yet.
So he's a bookstagrammer as well, but he's a nonfiction one. So
Right.
like and so just very fascinating. So anyways, what I do love though is that like she has found something that like is a lot of fun for her, and she can monetize it. She hasn't yet, but and you know, it may be that she needs someone to tell her how to do that so she can stick in the part with just her creative strength, which is telling the stories and highlighting the books and not doing the logisticals about it.
Well, she has +1 follower from this guy right here.
Oh, are you
as of
following her?
today?
Yeah.
You won't be Solly. Heck yeah. I'm excited. I was looking because she was describing like the wall and how people make it look so pretty and all this stuff. I was like, what the hell is she talking about? And
oh yeah, like people.
So I had
the
to go check it out.
Oh, they do incredible. Some of them have like, it's kind of crazy what the efforts and the lengths they go through to highlight a book.
Yeah, it was definitely impressive, and I was just flipping through her page. It was fun, and also I'm incredibly impressed at the amount that she reads.
I know.
I can't even understand how you can read this many books.
Well, you just have to sit down and read, Brad.
Yeah, but this is another level of reading. I mean, we're talking.
Well, but if you read the book that Nick sent you, it would teach you how to read faster.
No, his book is on retention, not about reading faster.
That's true, but also how to retain what you're reading. But it does tell you that if you read for 15 minutes a day, you'll read 20 books in a year.
Yeah. Well, I read 20 books a year, but Claire reads like 10 times that.
Well, she's just fast.
Yeah, it's impressive.
You too could be fast.
You too could be fast. You could be a fast reader. Well, I'll tell you what I loved that she was talking about. She believes that for her, the pandemic was a gift. And I know that for many, it was not a gift. And I also know that being in New York City, it was a tough thing to go through, especially there. There was a ton of death and a lot of isolation. But she said it forced her to pause and reconsider her priorities. She said before that, she was working 80 hours a week. I think that's amazing. I think I remember doing that when I first moved to Los Angeles, being in the creatives, myself doing music, but I didn't really consider it work, right? But if you step back and look at it, I would work at a restaurant from like all day, and then I would leave and I would go to rehearsal. And then from rehearsal, I would go play a show, or I would go out to a show to network, right? So even though I was having fun, I was still like intentionally trying to be there. And if you add all those things up, like she was working a full-time job, but then working at theater at night, still going on auditions, writing on the side, doing all this kind of stuff. And it's like, yeah, you add all these things up and suddenly you're like, whoa, I never stop, And so she said, if you remember back from episode 19 and 20, she was coaching people on how to publish a book. And she was coaching people on money mindset. And she, those were in addition to working and doing theater still. And so the pandemic really shifted all that for her. And she said you actually asked her, like, how did you let go of these things you started? Because she had started them, well, you start anything, you want it to succeed, right? So, you asked her, and she said she took the Marie Kondo approach. She kind of took a step back and was like, is this bringing me joy?
Yeah.
Like, is this really going where I want it to go? And she said pandemic allowed her that reflection to identify what truly mattered to her. And then she said she stumbled upon the Bookstagram thing kind of by accident.
Yeah.
And now it's shifting to become a major part of her life.
Yeah. I mean, well, because she's an author and she writes books, and the reality is to get the deals and to sell your books, you have to have an audience. So she kind of was like doing it for her own books. And now she's like, because she's like promoting all these other people's books, now people are sending her books to do it. Like, it's a whole thing. So,
yeah. And if y'all like rom-coms, that's her like jam. So that's her genre that she really digs. And she's constantly reviewing these kind of books. And if that's up your alley, then you should follow her on the IGs faux show. But she ultimately said, she took a look at her life and what she was doing, and and was like, what's making me smile? What's making me happy? And she shifted because of that. So good for her. That's cool.
Go, Claire.
Go, Claire. All right. So finally, let's talk about those be it action items. What bold, executable, intrinsic, or targeted action items can we take away from your convo with Clare Solly? This is where I was talking about, Claire. I'm really impressed by you because I think you might be one of 2 guests who have brought 4 items, like one for each of the B, E, and I, and T.
There's got to be like a mug for that.
Yeah, we need we're gonna mail you a sticker.
Yeah.
This is really cool. So she said, hey, listen, this all flows together. So look at what you're obsessed with, right? Use your comparisons and judgments, then build your confidence and manifest the shit out of it. But let's actually break this down. Let's talk about this. Look at what you're obsessed with. What things are reaching out to you, or what is calling to you, right? And spend your free time on that thing, right? For her, it was reading, right? Use your comparisons and judgments, meaning use comparisons constructively. She said, like people's posts or of other people's lives, instead of going, oh my gosh, they're just so much better than me, I'm never going to be as good as them. Turn it around and look at it as what is possible. That's amazing that it's possible that this person has, all these things going on in their life. And then see that as possibility for you. Then use that to build confidence. Let your interests and let that encouragement point the way for you in this direction. Manifest the shit out of it. So keep focusing on it. Yeah. Love this.
She said your approach to manifesting has to be the right way. So she said, recognize everything as energy. And so you have to get clear on your desires and visualize that desired outcome. But then you have to employ the tools for the focus of it. So like if you want something, but your energy around that is negative, you're never going to have it. You're always going to be repelling of it. So she said, to get clear on those desires, visualize the outcome, and then employ the tools like journaling and meditation. But she also said, be intentional and deep dive on the why. Why do you want this thing? Why do you want this to happen? What is it about that it makes it? And it doesn't have to be like brilliant Mother Teresa why, but why do I want a G-Wagon? I've always wanted one. Period. End of story. I want it. I want it. I want it. I want it to be in a really cool color. I want everyone to know it's me. Like, that's what I want. And I've wanted it for over 13 years now. So I still want it.
Why do I want a black cape? Because I've always wanted to be Darth Vader.
Yeah. So there you go. But then, Brad, you have to journal and meditate on that cape. I hope you never have. Then you want to detail desires and get clear. She says, go as many details of it as you can. Like really, like you do A, B, C, D all the way through Z, or just like however many come up. But then she says you need to use physical reminders. So place sticky notes or other reminders around to keep your goals in mind. Because if you want to manifest something, you have to think about it. You have to be, and the thinking about it is not like the secret. Like if once I thought it, now it's happening. No, when you keep it fresh top of mind, you start to use your RAS system to actually see opportunities for that to happen. The RAS system is reticulating activating system. So I basically
it totally is. I'm impressed. Reticular activating system. Yes.
What did I call it?
I don't know. But yes, okay. Reticular activating system.
I made a new word, I think. Guys, I am so tired, but I love you.
Slang.
So get as clear as you can on what you want, and distill things down until you can't get down any further. And I love the idea of Post-its because Post-its can be mantras, they can be affirmations, they can be things you want. So I just think it's great. All right, I'm Lesley Logan.
And I'm Brad Crowell.
Thank you so much for being here. You are amazing. I just adore you. 362 episodes. Here we are.
Oh
and it's
my
because
gosh.
of you.
Incredible.
So keep sending your questions in. Thank you for all of your reviews. Thank you for sharing this podcast with someone who needs it. And until next time, be it till you see it.
Bye for now.
That's all I got for this episode of the Be It Till You See It podcast. One thing that would help both myself and future listeners is for you to rate the show and leave a review. And follow or subscribe for free wherever you listen to your podcast. Also, make sure to introduce yourself over at the Be It Pod on Instagram. I would love to know more about you. Share this episode with whoever you think needs to hear it. Help us and others be it till you see it. Have an awesome day.
Be It Till You See It is a production of the Bloom Podcast Network. If you want to leave us a message or a question that we might read on another episode, you can text us at +1 310 905 5534 or send a DM on Instagram at BeItPod.
It's written, filmed, and recorded by your host, Lesley Logan, and me, Brad Crowell.
It is transcribed, produced, and edited by the epic team at Disenyo.co.
Our theme music is by Ali at Apex Production Music, and our branding by designer and artist Gianfranco Cioffi.
Special thanks to Melissa Solomon for creating our visuals.
Also to Angelina Herrico for adding all of our content to our website. And finally, to Meredith Root for keeping us all on point and on time.
Mantras, they be affirmations, they can be things you want. So I just think it's great.
That's on camera.
Also, I have allergies. Didn't know I had allergies.